every summer, in the middle of August, the phone would start to ring off the hook, and your parents would always know that the phone was for you. The standard question from your friends was, "Who do you have?" which would always be followed with, "Oh, not her," or "Oh, you're so lucky." Of course, I'm talking about the teachers. Whether you realize it or not, it is our teachers that have shaped our past 13 years. Well, for me, it was the past 18 years since both of my grandparents were teachers. In kindergarten, we jumped out of bed every morning because we were so unbelievably excited to go to school and see all of our friends and our teacher. It was our teacher who guided our hand when we were learning to write and couldn't form that ridiculous cursive Z. In second grade, we all started to doubt our undying love for our teachers when we started to get math homework. However, our teachers also rehearsed our Go and Buggy songs with us day after day. I remember pledging allegiance to America in one of the most patriotic plays that we did in the third grade, where we learned that the Liberty Bell is more than it's cracked up to be. I remember the class of 2013 absolutely distraught before we got to middle school because we learned that all the teams, and therefore the teachers, were switched for the next year. Now we had no clue which was the project team, or the homework team, or the test team. After receiving that letter in August, we started to build how our year would play out in our head, figuring out which friends would be right by our side, and how we were going to brave the unknown that year. But teachers don't just stand at the front of the classroom and lecture us on history, math, or science. They were positive forces in our everyday life. They donned their colonial garb in the 5th grade and helped us punch tins and make candles. They made sure we were safe as we ran rampant on the streets of Washington, D.C. They spent their extra time devising obstacle courses for the grades to brave while teachers hurtled dodgeballs at our faces every competition day. Teachers have helped us through every big transition in our life. We have all listened to the teachers say, "They won't tolerate this behavior when you get to Mill Pond or Gibbons or the high school." But each change went over so smoothly, and it is all due to the work that the teachers have done to prep us. I know as the biggest change we will experience in our 18 years of life is upon us, that we will be able to take the next chapters of our lives by storm. I know we won't be overwhelmed by the challenges we may face, because Westboro High School teachers have already pushed us to work so hard. I would personally like to thank my 8th grade social studies teacher, Mr. Paulus, whose passion for teaching current events never stopped impressing his students. I know all of his students adored him, and a day in Mr. Paulus's class was always a good day. I would also like to give a special thanks to my student council advisor, Mr. Rhoda. Although many consider him to be a goofball, he has been such an important part of my high school career. He has always been there to help me when I got stuck on how to tackle an issue. Mr. Rhoda always makes me feel self-assured and proud of my accomplishments, and I have to sincerely thank him for putting up with me these past 4 years. I encourage you all to take the time to recognize all that the teachers have done for us over these 13 years. They have spent their extra time creating lessons, grading tests, and running extracurriculars. I don't think we always appreciate all the effort that they put into each of our lives. So I want to thank the Westboro teachers for all their hard work, and I'm sure the class of 2013 would like to join me in thanking the teachers for getting us to today. Gallagher and Emily Williams to say a couple words about our retiring teachers. Thank you.
So I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing Mr. Vitale for his outstanding